Hi, my name is Lisa Castellano. I'm a middle school librarian from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I chose Little House on the Prairie because this was one of my favorite books from childhood. I can remember reading it as a little girl, and I grew up in the suburbs of Boston, so Laura's life was not exactly similar to mine at all, but her childhood really appealed to me. It was some of the similar things I did. I played games like her. I made friends like her. I had fights with my mother and my parents like she did. I had a dog like she did. I had her books all the way to adulthood, and I gave them to my girls, who did not like them. But that's okay, because they found other things that they like to read. So I'd like to read one of my favorite passages from Little House on the Prairie. Some of you, if you're not actually familiar with the book, but you remember the TV series, this actually was made into one of the episodes on the TV. So it is. Laura and Mary tried not to mind too much. They watched Ma dress the wild turkey, and it was a very fat turkey. They were lucky little girls to have a good house to live in and a warm fire to sit by and such a turkey for their Christmas dinner. Ma said so, and it was true. Ma said it was too bad that Santa Claus couldn't come this year, but they were such good girls that he hadn't forgotten them. He surely would come next year. Still, they were not happy. After supper that night, they washed their hands and faces, buttoned their red flannel nightgowns, tied their nightcap strings, and soberly said their prayers. They lay down in the bed and pulled the covers up. It did not seem at all like Christmas time. Pa and Ma sat silent by the fire. After a while, Ma asked Pa why he didn't play the fiddle, and he said, "I don't have the heart to, Caroline." After a while longer, Ma suddenly stood up. "I'm going to hang up your stocking, girl," she said. "Maybe something will happen." Laura's heart jumped, but then she thought again of the creek and knew nothing could happen. Ma took one of Mary's clean stockings and one of Laura's, and she hung them from the mantel shelf on either side of the fireplace. Laura and Mary watched her over the edge of their bed covers. "Now go to sleep," Ma said, kissing them goodnight. "Morning will come quicker if you're asleep." She sat down again by the fire, and Laura almost went to sleep. She woke up a little when she heard Pa say, "You've only made it worse, Caroline." And then thought she heard Ma say, "No, Charles, there's the white sugar." But perhaps she was dreaming. Then she heard Jack growl savagely. The door latch rattled, and someone said, "Ingalls! Ingalls!" Pa was stirring up the fire, and when he opened the door, Laura saw that it was morning. The outdoor was gray. "Great fish hooks, Edwards! Come in, man! What happened?" Pop explained. Well, if you keep reading from there, Mr. Edwards saved the day, and he brought Christmas to the Ingalls family over the creek. This is always one of my favorite stories from this book.